today's tip. Some of you have asked about carving on steeper terrain, so that's what we're going to discuss. I'd love to reshoot this with some extra footage with Gary Watts. He'll have some extra awesome tips too. But speaking of tips, I cannot thank all of you enough who have ever hit that tip jar. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much it's meant to me on some of the late nights when I'm editing and then get up in the morning back to editing, and I just run out of time in the day, so I haven't been updating that list, but I'm going to very soon and kick out the thank you emails to all of you who have hit that tip jar. Thank you so much. So carving on steeper terrain. This is a steeper blue run at Breckenridge, and you'll hardly ever see snowboarders actually carving on it because they get going too fast. So it's all about speed control management. Instead of S turns that we can make on green runs, we have to think of more to actually have carved turns. We have to think of a full C and maybe even come up the hill a little bit. So isolating one turn at a time is what I'm going to show here. So you'll see me cut across the hill, and then I'm going to switch over to the downhill edge, which can be a dangerous thing if you're not carving good. But yeah, most people will just side slip, and if you know, it's and even if they're not side slipping down, they're just blasting skidded turns. Carving on this, it's not that easy, and especially steep terrain like Horseshoe Bowl, I can count the number of times I've actually made carved turns on that type of terrain on one hand. So like if you're on double blacks and any type of extreme terrain, they're not actually carved turns you're making. Like, it's so rare to be able to do that. So a carved turn's where you're leaving a single pencil line turn. Okay, so you'll see me cutting across the run, and then as I transfer edges, this acceleration phase, and then when I'm coming back, I'm decelerating and losing enough speed to where then I want to drop in again. So one drop in at a time, and you'll get this nice acceleration and carved roller coaster type of feel. And you really just got to slow it down, because if you're riding with your friends and stuff, they're going to be down at the bottom way before you, just because you got to slow it down a lot more than this. So ride with someone who else wants to work on their carving when you're doing this. And for safety, just look around. People bomb on these type of runs all the time, so we have to look out for ourselves and be safe. So let's make some nice slow carved turns. This is weird. Right there, I was just doing a single heel side turn, and right here, I'll just work on a couple single toe side turns. My goodness, the awful views. But yeah, I hope that makes some sense. On the steeper terrain, you really have to finish your turn and purposely decelerate by cutting across the run. Down here where it's a little flatter, you'll see that I won't need to make such big turns, but the snow's pretty fast today, and initially I might purposely make some super big ones just to purposely lose some speed. So you can either do that by finishing your turn, or just throwing in a big speed check to keep your speed in check. I hope that gives some visualization for you guys. The key takeaways would definitely be speed control management. Finish those C's. Purposely lose speed by cutting across the run or even up the hill if you need. And one, get out there early in the morning. Do it when it's not busy, because this can be extremely dangerous, especially on your heel side edge. And if you're not already leaving pencil track lines on green runs, then really work on those too, because it's so much easier than steeper. It definitely gets exponentially harder as the pitch and how fast the snow is. So I hope that's something you can work on your next time out there shredding. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button. Love you all. Happy shredding and Caba!